You know what? If I don't get my food stamps, I'm going to Walmart, I'm going to rack up, and I'm going to ride right out the door, and I dare anybody to put their hands on me. I'm going back to stealing, so you better lock your cars. I'm going to take everything in sight.
I hate to say it, but stereotypes exist for a reason. And I cannot think of anything that reaffirms the negative stereotypes about some black people more than these videos that we're seeing, more than this reaction that we're seeing to this EBT food stamps situation. And folks, make no mistake about it. A lot of these people just want to use this as an excuse to cause chaos and to commit random senseless acts of violence, which is something that we're kind of used to seeing from these people, but they want to take it to a whole new level. They want to crank things up a notch, okay? Because we quickly went from, oh, how is my family going to eat? We're going to go steal groceries, to them threatening to go destroy grocery stores and steal the groceries, to them threatening to hurt employees, threatening to sit outside the grocery store and rob whoever can buy their own groceries. And now, ladies and gentlemen, all of this has evolved to now they're threatening that on November 1st, if they don't have their food stamps, they're not going to go to the grocery store. They're going to show up to people's front doors who they know can afford their own groceries. They're going to show up to their front doors to take their food. That's what they're threatening to do. I'm not kidding. They're all over the internet saying this, and they're laughing, and they're giggling about it. They're not joking, but they're laughing about it because that's how entitled they are. They literally think, oh, if the government isn't going to pay for my groceries, then I have the right to basically go to white people's houses, because that's what this really boils down to. We now have the right to go to white people's houses and go to neighborhoods that are more well off. We're going to go to homes where people we know have to pay for their own groceries, and we're going to knock on their door. And if they don't give us their food, we're going to take their food. That's literally what they're threatening to do now. And there's clips all over the internet of them threatening to do this. In fact, you know, I always bring the receipts. I have one of the clips right here. Now, before I roll this clip, if you guys support the channel, because I'm probably one of the only people on YouTube actually talking about this, I need your help. They don't promote my videos in the algorithm because I call out things like this. I need you all to hit the like button, and I need you all to share the video. Also, if you really support the channel and you want to take your support further, you could donate via Cash App or Super Thanks, because I actually have to pay for my own groceries. And now I got a bunch of people who are angry about these videos that say that they're going to show up to my front door and steal my groceries. Oh, that won't end well. But let's go ahead and roll this clip, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
This message is for everybody that's not on food stamps and that is on TikTok laughing and just so happy that people ain't gonna get their food stamps. This message is for y'all. Y'all be like, oh, I got a job. I can pay for my food. Y'all ain't gonna have food stamps. How y'all gonna eat? Baby, how you think they gonna eat? Off you. Yeah, off you. You know how many homes about to get broken into? You know how many people about to get knocked over the head coming out their job or leaving the ATM or the bank? You know how many people about to get set the fuck up? I'm just saying, while you over there laughing, grinning, cheesing, looking like Chester the cat, baby, they gonna go for y'all first. They coming for y'all first. I'm just saying. Don't laugh at somebody else's pain, baby, because guess what? They gonna make you feel that shit 10 times worse. Just saying. Be blessed, though.
So, because they don't want to work, because they just want to lay on their back and pop out baby after baby after baby, that they themselves cannot afford to take care of. They think that people who earn an honest living and bust their ass day in and day out deserve to feel their pain because they might not be able to get thousands of dollars in food stamps so they can go buy a bunch of snacks that they probably shouldn't be eating anyway. Because all of these people in these videos, they're all fat. And I say this as a fat person. I'm looking at all of these people like, damn, it looks like y'all have been eating pretty good, okay? It looks like y'all have been eating pretty good for sure. But this is where we're at, folks. They're hee-heeing and ha-haing, giggling, laughing. They think it's funny that their food stamps are going to get cut off and that they're going to basically, they think, have a valid excuse to go out here and act the way that they want to act anyway, right? They want to act this way anyway. The food stamps is just an excuse for them to while out, basically. That's what this is looking like to me. And you know what I find kind of funny? I don't know how things are where you live, but in Florida, they just made it legal to open carry inside of Publix. So I don't think these people are going to be bothering people at Publix. They may bother people somewhere else. But, you know, if you have to go to Publix looking like freaking Rambo or something in today's climate, then that may be what it takes. But, you know, we could laugh at these videos a little bit because it's funny to laugh at how ratchet and stupid some of these people are. But they mean business. They actually mean what they're saying. They're not joking about what they're saying. They may laugh about it because they're demented, entitled, and just off the chain, but they mean what they're saying. So you guys need to act accordingly and prepare, you know, because you know who their main targets are going to be already, right? The main targets that they always have. They're going to go after Asian people. They always love going after Asian people. And then they're going to go after old people, old white people. And they're going to go after white ladies that are probably with their children and stuff. They're going to prey on the most vulnerable. So if you have a vulnerable person in your life, if, you know, ish does hit the fan and we do get to this point, don't be allowing grandma to go out to the supermarket by herself to get applesauce and candied yams, okay? You might want to escort her there. Don't send your vulnerable people out here because that's who they're going to prey on. And if you've been on the internet at any point in the last 15 years, you know that even food stamps aside, they like playing the knockout game and knocking out old white people and stuff anyway. So this is just their latest excuse for doing so. So, like I said, be prepared. And I know some of these grocery stores and like meat markets and stuff are already preparing. I know I have people who watch this channel that own little markets and stuff like that, and I've heard from them, and they're getting ready for, you know, the possibility of this happening. And I know that if someone goes to their establishment causing problems, that it's not going to end well for them. So it's really crazy to watch all of this play out. And, you know, as I watch these videos of them threatening to do this and threatening to do that, I just can't help but wonder how this is like, okay. I feel like if I got on social media and was threatening to kill Walmart workers and beat up old ladies and steal their food every day, I feel like I would be in jail by now or something. But they just openly, you know, threaten this, make these threats and stuff because they don't feel as if they'll, you know, suffer from any consequences because they're that entitled. So, like I said in past videos, we, and I don't mean like me or you, but this country, we have created a monster when it comes to this ghetto portion of this community that is acting in the way they're acting now. But there's no telling what the coming days will bring. For now, I want to hear from you guys. Let me know, sound off down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.